She's an accomplished singer, songwriter, musician, and you can find her music in more television and movie soundtracks than you would probably recognize. Venice's series, Anyone But Me, the PBS series, Independent Lens. She even has the theme song for Sidewalks Entertainment Television series. Head on over to TheSatinLounge.com and find out more about this lovely woman. And please, Satin Lounge, help me welcome the magnificent and beautifully talented Jeryl. Hello, Jeryl.
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate your music and your gifts so much, and we just really want everyone to know exactly who you are. And so thank you for an intimate conversation of pillow talk with me.
Oh, of course. I'm happy to do it, and I'm excited for you, too.
Excellent. Now, your last name is Orsino? Pronounce that for me.
Sure, it's Orsino.
Orsino. What is that, Italian or what?
Yeah, it's Italian. It means, actually means little bear in Italian.
Little bear. I think that's probably an accurate description of you. You seem to be fearless. I love it.
Well, kind of wish I was, but...
From what we've seen and the example that you lead to be such a diverse artist, I think you're doing all right.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you took the name Orsino off of your name. Was it because people were having trouble saying it like myself?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my first name's not easy to say sometimes, too. People don't get it.
Jeryl?
Yeah, they don't understand what it is, or if they don't see me, they think I'm male instead of female.
Well, it's that unisex kind of thing. It's spelled Jeryl. Jeryl. Find her. Look her up. Find her music and keep up with this young lady.
Thank you.
Well, you're a Jersey girl, is that right?
I am, yeah. Born and bred.
In Jersey.
In Jersey, yep. Been here since I'm, a little kid. My dad was a professional baseball player. Home base was always here in New Jersey.
Wow, baseball and Jersey. That sound like they go hand in hand.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, speaking of the East Coast, you had a really exciting weekend, I bet, with the Venice series starlet Jessica Lucia at the luncheon. How did that weekend turn out for you?
She walked in, actually, just as I started playing, and she was so sweet. She took a chair and sat almost right in front of me and listened to a couple of songs, and then she was so gracious going around to all, everybody. She's a total sweetheart.
Oh,
it was awesome.
It was awesome. I'm glad you got that experience, and there were so many of your fans that were calling me up and tweeting me and so forth, saying, we're going to be able to check out Jeryl this weekend, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to come together. You have a very loyal fan base that seemed to follow you from state to state, venue to venue, and that's a testament to your talent, I do believe.
Oh, thank you so much, and I appreciate it so much. I mean, they're hardcore, they're great, they're loyal, they're, they show up, and it's really nice, and it's been great.
Very awesome. I was reading something, trying to figure out what adjectives would describe Jeryl, and you put a few together yourself. You describe your music as acoustic-power-pop-rock. I mean, what is that? That sounds delicious. What is that?
It's funny. I had a band called From the Desk of Sally for a long time, for about 6 or 7 years, and we were touring, and we were definitely rockers. Like, we were out there playing all the, CBGBs and all the rock venues, and had a great time. So as time went on and everybody got a little bit older and, started to have, like, a real adult life, we kind of all went our separate ways, but I continued to write music and play. So, it turned into more of, I don't perform live as much as I'd like to, but I guess it's a nice mix of pop and rock, and, my earlier stuff was a little bit, I would call it more heavier with more distortion in it, but now it's definitely more poppy, I think, more mainstream.
How many instruments do you play? What do you play?
Well, play my music now. I play guitar and I sing, but I pretty much can try and learn how to play anything I can get my hands on. I just bought a MIDI.
So you're multi-talented.
I don't read music, so it works to my advantage because I don't have to worry about any rules when it comes to music.
Exactly.
I just kind of do whatever sounds, I think sounds good, so it works out good. But I loved, when I was a kid, I used to play the drums, and I was a bass player for a while. My first real instrument was bass,
you're self-taught?
Yeah, I basically bought a book, The Counting Crows. I guess it was their first album, August and Everything After. And I bought the tablature of the book, and I learned a few of their songs, and that's how I started playing guitar.
Wow.
Tablature is kind of like a little chart, and it tells you where to put your fingers on the fretboard of the guitar. So I bought the book, I got a guitar, and I just sat on my couch for hours and hours and hours and taught myself how to play.
Wow.
I actually don't even really think of myself as a singer. I kind of started singing just so I could write music and get it out on a page and, record it. But I really love doing it. It's definitely my heart,
Well, you can tell if someone loves what they do when you see them perform, and you have to see Jeryl perform. We have to jump into one of these songs that you created. I want to, before I play the signature song that the Satin Lounge loves so much. I know I'm going to make them wait just a little bit longer. There's a song that had no lyrics at all. It was some type of an instrumental that was created for the sentencing the victim on a series on the PBS channel that you created, and I listened to it, and I could feel the raw emotion in it, and I was surprised, actually, because I had listened to so many of your other tracks, and this just felt so different. How did you come up with this one?
Well, I don't know if you know the story behind the movie. I met a friend of mine who I'm still very good friends with. I met probably back in 1996 through another friend, and she was from South Carolina, came here to go to New York Pride because you know how awesome New York Pride is. And we just hit it off, and she's a really good friend of mine, and she asked me to come visit down in South Carolina. When I traveled down there, she's a hairdresser, and she had a couple of clients, and we were going to go do something later. But she's like, here, just wait in the waiting room, and I'm just going to work on my clients, and when we're done, when I'm done, we'll go. And I'm sitting in the chair in the waiting room, and to my left, I see a clipboard with a petition on it, and it had this short story about, woman, 19 years old, was abducted by 5 men and, raped and beaten repeatedly for hours and hours on end. And I was reading this, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden I realized it was her. It was my friend Joanna.
Oh, my God.
And my heart sunk.
Oh, my
because,
God.
We had never spoken about it. We were just newly friends, and here I am. And then she actually, it was like a movie. It was like she walked out, her client was walking out and saw me with the clipboard in my hand, and then looked at me, and there was this acknowledgement okay, yeah, I have to tell you what happened.
Wow.
So then her and a friend of hers decided to put together this documentary on, how if a woman is raped by multiple, people, that they have to go to these multiple parole hearings, and she was trying to change the legislation on that. So the whole thing is, it's an amazing movie called Sentencing the Victim, and it's so hard for me to put it in words, but if anybody gets a chance, it's free to watch online. And I was asked by her, she said, listen, no pressure, and she loved my music before, but she's like, if you would like to write something for the film, I'd love for you to do it. So she gave me the chance, and I had a song that was called 19, and it's crazy because it happened to her when she was 19 years old. And I kind of took this sort of slow poppy song and turned it into this instrumental thing, and it just clicked.
Oh my gosh. Well, no wonder. Yeah. No wonder, because you can feel the raw emotion inside the music and the instrumental of this. And I really believe, you didn't need any lyrics for this.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, Satin Lounge, we're going to take a moment and listen to to the heart of Jeryl and this amazing piece that she created for such a dramatic story. And as we're listening, if you could do me a favor and just kind of wrap your positive energies and love around her friend. Wow, look how the world brought us all together. This is Jeryl and 19 in the Satin Lounge with KiaRene.